Good morning, traders. Welcome to another video. Quick disclaimer that this is just how I see the markets. This is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any securities. Let's get started. If you ever watched any of my videos that I present to you, you know that I don't go around, don't go bullshitting about this and that. I just tell you the way I see the charts. I don't read the news. I don't read articles that people post. I make decisions on my own for all my trading, and this is no exception for yesterday as well. I left you with this box here. If, as you remember, we had this fake out that brought us back inside this box again. Okay. Then we had this resistance, which was at $22. We knew that this is going to be a resistance because of this and this and this. Right here, we fell. News in technical trading are already included in the price. And what I mean by price is the presentation on the chart itself. Okay, the candles represent the news already, and this is no difference than yesterday. So let's take a look at yesterday. Yesterday we had this fall here. The market came down to this box, which was at $21.04. On Wednesday we had a retest of this level here, and then on Thursday, which was yesterday, we got this beautiful pin bar here that took us this morning into this nice trade here, as I said. Okay, I told you also to be aware of this area here. Now that we were past that area, all we need for the candle to close and to have a continuation all the way to $24. Okay, why I say the news is included, because all the traders, they're looking at the markets, they make predictions, right? And yesterday was no difference there. If we look at the calendar here, this is how they present the earnings, and that's already included in this candle here. So how do we see this? Well, this candle here was formed yesterday, and it was formed because all the traders and institutions, they are willing to invest the money. They also had this in mind. This is where the market was stalling. We know the bulls are located at that area here. We also know that there's a 50% retrace at this area here. And by reading the fundamentals, this candle was formed on that assumption that Air Canada is going to announce losses, which they did. Most of these institutions and institutional traders, they look at the fundamentals of the companies, right? They look at their financials, they look at all that stuff, all right? The day when the trading is happening, which was yesterday, all right, all this information that they have and predictions were already printed in this candle here, which means that they are not willing to lower the price below $21 right here. So we have a clear rejection of this level, and we have bulls showing their hand, showing their strength at this level here. So what I said yesterday, you know that if this candle was broken above, which was about 21.38 area, 39, around there, 10 points above this, I already had this morning, before the market was open, I had a standing order above this candle. So somebody asked me how I traded this morning, and because it gapped, it didn't really gap a lot. It was just a little gap right here. Basically, it gave you opportunity to enter perfectly on that if you had a standing order, which I have. I have a standing order waiting for me this morning, and it was sitting at a 21.38, and the market, as soon as it opened, it started right there, around there, that area, and then just took off to 22.47, 48, something like that. How the news is included into the price? The institutional traders, they knew the news is going to be announced today. That triggered their trading the way they were expecting the news to come out, and they positioned themselves with this price action here to go long. And this morning, that was proven that the price is going up. When I say the news is included in price, this is how we read the charts in technical trading. All the news is already included in the price, and most of the time the knot is in the right direction. Okay, so what I see Air Canada to do right now, if the price closes above this line here, about this $22, okay, we might have a little retest of this level here, and then continuation into the upside off to $24 there. So there you go. My trading style is reading a charts. The technique that I use is called contrarian trading. Trade contrary to what people think that the market is going to do. And the reason why I do that, because I read the charts perfectly the way they're presented in front of me. So I don't rely on anybody's advice. I read the charts. I know where to place my trade. So I pick the bottoms, I pick my tops. I know how to actually exactly calculate where to go and where to start. And if you watch my videos, you'll be on the same way. And if you're learning the right way, most time than not, you're going to be on the right side of the trade. Just need a lot of patience for this. This is the critical thing in trading. It's called patience, all right? And contrarian, when I say contrarian system, well, we all see that the market was falling here, and everybody were like, oh yeah, it's going to go down, it's going to go down, it's going to go down. Well, I find these support and resistance levels here. I read the chart the right way. I know the market is going sideways, and I know when the sideways movement is happening is basically the price is contracting. It's basically contained in one part of the chart, and once the move starts happening, they can be very explosive, and that's what we witnessed this morning on this chart. And so that's as far as Air Canada. I'm not going to go and bullshit too much. Straightforward, and I'm going to keep it that way. I had a couple of requests here, and Apria Incorporated stock, and I'm gonna try to take a look at what the chart is telling me here. So let's switch to weekly chart right away. Take a look if we have any data here that we can actually rely on. All right, we can see this huge rejection of this $40 area here. So to me, this is the area to be aware of if you're to get into this trade again. All right. So out of these two peaks, I can see the market stopped here. The bulls stopped at there. The bears were stronger here. We came to this 2194 area. Bears took over again. Market fell. And then finally we had a breakout on the other side here on the weekly chart. If you can take a look at here. So what's happening here, we are hoping, or I'm hoping, that if the price closes on the other side, let's switch to daily. So you can see clearly the breakout happened here. See, I didn't even have to mark the chart here. I didn't expect this to be a high here, so let's mark it there. I'm just going to move this a little bit to include this peak right there. So I'm gonna include this peak right there because this candle is lower and this candle is lower, so this is definitely a high. All right, so we had a breakout out of this area. We came to this 41.20 area right there. Market fell down. All right, they closed the price on the other side of this line here. However, we can see in this session here that this candle is coming back right above this area here. So this could be an interesting area to pay attention to. All right. So what we are expecting it to do is basically to do this if the price closes above this line, for the price to fall back, retest this. If this is strong enough, we can buy in at that area here, and we are just waiting for the signal to be developed. So we are trading with a trend. We had a market correction which happened here. Okay, we have our support at this level here. It's just proven a couple of times in the history, and as well recently right here we can see the market stopped right there on the red line. So all we are waiting for is the signal to develop here, and we can go along from there if the market's strong enough to take you up from there. So that's how I see this Apria Incorporated. Organigram Holdings Incorporated. What I can see here, if I squeeze the chart right there, okay, so this is what I can see on this chart, and you should be able to see this kind of stuff too. So we can see clearly that the market was here and stalled once, and then we broke out, came back, we retested a second time, then we had a problem going through this area here, okay, and then we stopped exactly on that line, and then another 2 times, and this is on a daily basis, so basically in weeks of trading, okay. Then we fell through. That was a fake out. We came back on the other side, and then we had a retest again that didn't hold very long, and then we fell again. When we came back to this line, we had another retest right there. So we know that this 426 area is very important. So what I can see here on the daily chart, we can see the price stopped right there at 426 area, and it's taking off. It's been retesting this area here. Let's switch to 4-hour chart and take a look. Basically what happened here, we have this area of the chart marked. We know this was a support and resistance area for so many times. So we finally came to this area here again. We can see that this candle peeked through it. This one was not able to break out, and then we finally had a breakout onto the other side. Market went all the way to $8 here to this area here, and then corrected itself back to this 426 area. So what we had this morning, we had this beautiful engulfing bar here that retested this 426 area, and then it gave us a signal to go along from there. Okay, so we had a way better entry on the 15-minute chart here, and as you can see here, as if I squeeze the chart here, you can see the market broke through here. This was that breakout, pullback, and then we had a retest, which happened this morning, and you can see it on the chart here. We get this beautiful engulfing candle that engulfs 1, 2, 3 candles previously, right? And then the market takes off from there, okay? And the entry on this candle, it was 478. Market went all the way to 586. I had another request from one of my subscribers, and I'm gonna also do this one here. It's called LA Jola Pharmaceuticals. I'm gonna squeeze the chart again. This is on a daily chart. I'm gonna look at quickly because I can see a lot of things here happening. As you can see, I marked the line over there already for the resistance, and I can see the market went through here. I can see resistance, breakout, resistance here after breakout to the downside, resistance, pardon me. So support, resistance. So we know 777 is going to be a very important area for us to look at. So we are falling back from this. We are at 686 area. So what I need for this market to do is to break out on the other side, pull back, retest this area, and if it's strong enough to take us into the trade, into a long trade. First target here around 950 area. Second target about $11, 11.20 area. What I need to see here is the market to break out on this side here, pull back, retest this area 777, give us some kind of a signal here, and to go long. All right, so that's basically what I'm expecting for market to do. Now at the moment we are struggling through this 777 area, and that's basically no go until this breakout happens here. So that's it. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so, please do subscribe. I really appreciate that. Also, please do click that like button so everybody else can find my videos. And I hope you had a good trading week, and I'll talk to you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.